If you had a apple tree and there were no apples, would you focus on looking at the leaves or the branches? You could do that. You could look at what you see right in front of you. But the key would be looking at the roots, the soil, what's underneath. In other words, what is the thing that you may need to work on that you can't see? A lot of times when we want to work on things in our lives, we only focus on things that are visible to us and we don't focus on what's invisible. All right, so in today's video, this is going to be part 1 of 2. So I'm going to make a second video on actually the action steps that I want you to take. But in this video specifically, we're going to be talking about working on the invisible because you need to become aware of your thoughts. See, let me break it down this way. Wherever you are in your dating journey, okay? Now, again, I'm here to help you find a meaningful relationship. I'm here to help you improve confidence, your communication skills, and overall your charisma, right? You need to understand that your thoughts, your current thoughts, lead you to specific actions, right? And those actions lead you to specific results, right? So we have the thoughts, those lead to actions, actions lead to results. You agree? Great. The key thing though is that we need to question, like I always say, where our thoughts came from, right? We need to reprogram our mind if we're not having current success with our current outlook, okay? You're watching this video because you want to improve your current situation, right? Whether it's the confidence, whether you want to walk into a room and feel magnetic, or maybe you want to just have a conversation one-on-one with a woman without feeling like your nervous system is about to shut down. So let's go over the exact process, but we need to fill in one missing ingredient, and that is the invisible ingredient. See, I told you that our thoughts lead to actions, and then actions lead to results, and your results is whatever you're getting now, whether it's no dates, whether it's you're still nervous, or whether it's that your conversational skills have not improved, right? But the piece that we're missing is our programming, okay? So it goes from programming to thoughts to actions and then to our results, okay? So programming is, well, there's actually 3 different types of programming. Number 1, what you were told growing up by media, by society, by your parents, by your culture. The second part of programming is who did you try to emulate? Who did you try to model? Who did you try to copy from what you saw, right? And then the third type is what specific experiences or incidents did you experience in your life? These 3, that's what shapes your current programming right now. In other words, that's what sets up your current algorithm for how you process dating, confidence, charisma. Pretty much your entire formula and outlook right now today is based on one of those 3 that is nested under programming. I hope that makes sense. I hope you're following along and I'm not overcomplicating this. So again, for this video, we're not gonna make any changes yet. We're not gonna do anything because the action step for this video is, noticing. It's pausing and recognizing, well, wait a second. I just walked into that coffee shop for the second time, and for the second time in a row, I have trouble starting a conversation with the cashier. Okay, I'm gonna take a mental note of that. It's pattern recognition. See, when you watch this video and you see it and then you internalize it and you recognize it, the next step is not physical, it's just noticing, okay, I'm noticing that I'm having a pattern of this thought here and a pattern of this thinking here. Cool, I'll write it down, I'll take a mental note, I'll keep that in mind because in order to improve whatever you want in your life, you first need to become self-aware of what you're currently doing now, what you are currently repeating from a pattern recognition standpoint, and also what your mindset is telling you about the current world, right? So the purpose of seeing how all these dots connect is to recognize that, wow, you may think, oh, well, if I want to improve, I should work on my wardrobe or lose weight and look presentable. And I say you should do all these things. Of course, of course, of course. But the most important is working on what you can't see. And that is the roots of the tree. That is the programming within your mind. That is, how do you look at the world? Someone fed you information. Someone told you what to believe. You tried to copy and emulate other people. You had specific experiences. Maybe some were horrible. Maybe some were phenomenal. And all three of these, compounded over years, has now given you, to some degree, tunnel vision when it comes to how you approach your life and your dating life, right? In this video, the only action step I want you to take after you're done watching is noticing. Noticing when you have the same thoughts, the same actions, the same patterns in your life. Because, again, I already said this, but even outside of dating, even outside of communication, anything you want to fucking work on in your life, you need to first know where you are today. You need to know where you are today before you can get to where you want to be. So today, when you're done watching, when you go about your life and you live your life, notice the patterns and recognize, well, wait a second, all right, well, these current thoughts that I'm having, they're leading me to the same actions, and those actions are leading me to the same results. So how do I break this chain? How do I break this chain of inconsistency and failure? How do I improve? That's where part 2 of this video is going to come into play. And we'll talk about exactly how to reprogram your mind so that leads you to the correct thoughts, which then leads you to the correct actions, and then that leads you to the ultimate results, which is the fruit of the tree, right? Again, I'm using a simple analogy here of the tree. Hopefully that helps you see where I'm going with this, because a lot of times we only focus on what we can see. And I know this may be a trite statement. It may be a very played out statement, advice, whatever, in the self-improvement world. Oh, you gotta, there's always the stupid iceberg photo that I see where it's like, oh, you gotta see that success started from 15,000 years ago and you gotta look under the water to see the iceberg. I don't know if you know the image that I'm talking about. They put it in every lousy sales presentation seminar in the world. I hate that one. So we're gonna rock with the tree, fuck the iceberg. And the reality is that to have that next level success in your own life, we do need to focus on the things we can't see. That's the roots. That's part 2. That's what we're going to cover, because I can guarantee you that if you shift your primary focus from focusing on only the material items, the things you see, the tactical way you're speaking, that's all fine and dandy. But if you get fucking rejected hard, that's going to either break you or make you. Make you is the positive. Break you is the negative, obviously. And in order for you to walk away from a nasty rejection, a nasty experience, and become unstoppable, we need to make sure those roots are anchored hard. Our programming, our mindset, how we determine what we see and what meaning we give things, we need to make sure that's cemented strong in our mind, because that's what makes us untouchable, okay? Stay tuned for part 2 of this video. If you liked this concept, how I'm connecting the dots, let me know in the comments. If you're new to the channel, hello, my name is Payam. I talk about dating, communication, confidence, and charisma. I'm still dealing with this cold, so my voice is still a little bit raspy. I'm a little bit exhausted, but I want to put out some quality content out there for you guys today. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and wait until part 2 when I'm going to tell you how to reprogram. We're going to focus on the P, the programming of our mind, And that's going to take you to the next level. All right, stay tuned. I'll see you guys in that video. Bye-bye.